Forget chips. The next AI race is all about electricity. Home solar provider Sunrun is teaming up with Tesla and home energy platform Renew Home in a first-of-its-kind effort to tap millions of home batteries and smart devices to help power America's AI boom. The goal? Build a massive 16-gigawatt virtual power plant that can feed electricity to data centers without waiting for years for these new plants and transmission lines to be built and established. Joining me now, first on Fox Business, is Sunrun CEO Mary Powell. Mary, it's great to have you here.
Wonderful to be with you.
So I asked you this in the break, but so I would think that Tesla was a competitor to you, but you say that's not exactly the case.
We've been working with Tesla for years getting storage into homes. Sunrun's really been a leader in that regard, and Tesla's very, very focused on accelerating the energy transition and getting as much technology and product out there as possible. So we've had a long and strong partnership.
So talk to us about how this works. So what you're saying is you're going to tap into these devices, you're going to bring energy to the grid by tapping into millions of American homes.
Yes.
Explain how that works.
It's so cool. I feel like it's just so amazing when you think that we are sitting on top of collectively over 16 gigawatts of energy. It's already sitting there.
And how many million homes is that?
In total like 9 million homes.
Yeah,
like a lot of homes. I think 12 million devices. You know, Sunrun has already for years been exporting energy back to the grid as a distributed power plant. I call us a distributed power plant because we are literally exporting energy back to the grid to help to stabilize it, to make sure that we meet peak demand in a really cost-effective way. But this is so exciting because it's about all three of us looking and saying, oh my gosh, like between the three of us, we have such an incredible solution for the moment in America right now, which is meeting the incredible growth in demand that's happening.
Just to drill down on this, so we're talking about solar panels, obviously, which you understand. Electric vehicle, batteries, devices. I mean,
yes. The primary sources in this are the batteries in homes. So, and again, what's also beautiful about it is customers buy these panels and these storage devices in their home to give them a more stable, independent, cost-effective, resilient future. Nothing about what we're doing in helping the grid affects that at all. In fact, it returns revenue back to the customers. So between the partners that are participating in this, we've already returned $67 million back into the pocketbooks of Americans. So it's about leveraging these devices, storage devices, and also thermostats in homes, and turning all of that into smart, controllable load for the grid.
Because we're seeing this, either this not in my backyard mentality with the data centers. That's starting to kind of bubble up in Virginia, but now it's really, we're seeing those local protests, if you will. But then also the concern of the time, and also local zoning, regulations, permits, all of that that's required in these townships or counties. Is a source of delay. Yeah. So I understand why you're coming to meet the moment. What has it been like to work with Elon Musk in this partnership? He's got a lot of capital right now, and he's a busy guy. But you're working with Tesla, obviously. Talk about how that
Tesla and Renew. It's working really well. And back to your point, yes, the utilities are spending billions of dollars in infrastructure. Power demand is supposed to go up 40%. 40%. So there's a massive amount that needs to get built, and it's really hard to see how that could possibly get built in anything less than half a decade to a decade. We all know that, right? So it's not that there aren't things in the queue that are going to help. There really is not a lot to meet the moment right now. And so what is wonderful about this partnership, and you're right, we've worked with these partners for a while now, is that we can all together meet this moment and bring these electrons onto the grid to help, particularly with data centers. It helps massively with speed to interconnection because utility solutions are still 3 years away, 5 years away, 10 years away because of not in my backyard, because of the process it takes. And all of this is just infrastructure sitting there waiting to be used.
Now, do you need to get permission from
Generally speaking, I mean, it's different. As you know, the United States is a patchwork quilt of different rules, regulations, different utilities. So, so there are, it depends on where. It really depends on where.
Okay, well, you used to run a utility company, you said.
Exactly. I used to run a utility. Like, it's always awesome to have a utility buddy, and we've had a number of utilities reach out to us this week since this announcement. It's also wonderful to have market structures that are conducive to getting these electrons, leveraged and utilized on the grid. So all of this together gives us so much opportunity to really accelerate those conversations and bring solutions online. We can bring them online in months, not years.
Which I think is the key, talking point here. I did mention Elon Musk. I mentioned the fact of course SpaceX just went public. He's got a lot of cash. He's in a buying mood for acquisitions. Do you ever see yourself being acquired by a Tesla or an Elon Musk company? Would that be something?
We're super focused on doing what we've been doing, which is being the leader in America in providing Americans with a different way to power their homes and their lives, and then to do all the great things that come out of that in the context of distributed power plants, returning value to our shareholders. So all of those, when you build a great company, you always become attractive.
No, your stock jumped about 31% when this was announced. So so Wall Street's excited about this.
Yeah, I think that was a really powerful sign of how important this work is. And as we now structure commercial activities and deals to follow, I have no doubt that that will be received very well as we get to that point.
Yeah, no, and also, I get that bringing that capacity online. But what about other power sources? Because you're in this space, you've got the best vantage point. Someone described it to me a year ago. They said, we need all the power. In the most simplistic terms, we're going to need solar, we're going to need wind, we're going to need nuclear, we're going to need coal, everything. Where do you think the bulk of that comes from? Obviously, you would want to say solar, but there's also a big push on the nuclear side. The demand is just so large.
You're absolutely right. I mean, my fascination with this and why, as a utility, we leaned into this many years ago was because I saw, too, we're going to need everything to meet the moment. And weather events are getting more severe, which means there's also just more infrastructure that you need to really achieve the kind of reliability. So, yes, I think there's lots of exciting things going on. It's just back to the speed to power America. That's why I'm so passionate about this. I also see it as, we're providing Americans with what they want, which is independence, control, financial stability. And on top of that, they get to then make revenue off of these technologies.
No, when many Americans are looking at sky-high utility bills that are up 10, 12, 15%, and it's sticker shock for the consumer, so I understand it. Thank you so much for being, Mary Powell, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep us posted how this deal works out.
Sure will. Thank you.